I am extremely glad to meet all of you in this wonderful evening. From all the centers, important members have come and gathered here. Every year when I come, this is the better opportunity to all our members in one place. The mind is dedicated only to the spiritual development. And we are dealing with all the subjects only to improve the spiritual knowledge and add better character in our personality. Today, our program is to do Turyadit meditation. And I have to talk about importance of intensive course, purpose of the intensive course. From tomorrow onwards, according to our program, we are going to have our subjects in the deeper part, unlike other years, because you all are well developed for many years. Subject may be same, but we are going to the deeper seat understanding of every subject. In the world, you know, always in trouble. There is chaotic conditions, wars, and so on. Everywhere disturbances are going on. What is the reason? Why? Even the war is necessary? Not at all. Only by habit, only by ego, only by not understanding the natural rhythm. People are doing the same action again and again. That is the reason. We start thinking value of ourselves and the prosperities of the world, which is provided by Almighty. Mankind will enjoy full benefits, peace and happiness all over the world. What is spent for preparation of war and other unnecessary things, if they all are taken to the progressive life, everybody can enjoy the international standard of life. Therefore, we have to think where we are, where we have to go. Accordingly, we have to plan and work for that. Political law will not do anything good for us. But it is necessary. Without political law and administration, we cannot live. The same way, religion cannot take us to such a height, to the peaceful state all over the world. And the industrialist also cannot help us for this, because all are having business and competition. They cannot lead the world for peace and happiness. Therefore, only the spiritual institutions should take steps to open the eyes of the people, to think over every action and every result of action, and finding the wrongs and right, following the right. This will not come in a day or in a month or in a year. It will take its own time. Even then, there should be a starting that should start only from individuals. Only by attaining individual peace, the society will be peaceful. The peace of the society will lead to the peace among all nations. So without individual peace, nothing can come out to save mankind. Now, as the things are growing, the disturbances are increasing. The survival of mankind is in question. Unless man understands the value of himself and value of other living beings, this cannot be avoided. Therefore, only one path is to realize the value of self, purpose of living, and value of every living being, to respect, not harming in any way, at the same time helping one another. For this, each one has to understand the value of self. I told about the natural rhythm. From smallest particle up to the greatest sun, and all living beings are generally working with three principles: pattern, precision, regularity. This is the maintenance by Almighty, by His total consciousness, super consciousness. When we understand, we will work in all respect in natural rhythm. That is, what is the natural rhythm? We have to go in unison with it in thought, word and deed. There will be peace, there will be success, there will be harmony. Wherever we disturb the natural rhythm, in the body or in between two or in any place, in anything, that is the reaction, pains and miseries, problems in our life. For the problems in the society, we cannot blame any particular person or sect, because every point if you take that has a long history in the evolution. So for the long period of world living process of mankind, according to the time and place, needs and knowledge, development of knowledge, actions, deeds formed, concepts formed, so it is a following. Whether it is good or bad, it is not at all understood. Now the time has come. We are in the scientific world, computer age. Unless we understand the natural rhythm and cause and effect system and understand the value of living being and purpose of life, we cannot enjoy the full benefit provided by the nature. Spend 1 minute in thinking of your body. The body is physical body. Within the body, the spiritual body, astral body, life force, spirit is existing. And within that, the magnetic body fully pervading by transformation of biomagnetism, pressure, sound, light, smell and taste, all the understanding of the mind, all are working. So, many of you have already understood all these points, but still let us go more and more deeper. To implement in our day-to-day life, that is one. So that will be the teaching to other people in the society. So far in the world, many Vedantas, books, literatures have come up. That is enough for the knowledge of mankind. Now what we want? Practical follow-up. That is necessary. Only learning and writing books, talking to others, that is not at all necessary hereafter. Hereafter we have to implement what we know in our life. That will shape up our personality to the higher consciousness and also help others to learn with the faith. The spiritual practice was started by our ancient men of wisdom in all places. To bring 5 character, 5-dimensional character in mankind. Whoever is following spiritual path, if you research from the starting up to now or at any time, the 5-dimensional characters are getting higher and higher, but we have to reach the goal, and always without forgetting, we have to follow in action. The 5 dimensions are: 1, perspicacity; 2, receptivity; 3, adaptability; 4, creativity; magnanimity. All the 5. If you see any person who is practicing the spiritual knowledge, definitely he will be higher and higher in this, whether he knows or not. Perspicacity is the quick understanding. of the thing with a total perspective vision, linking past experiences, present circumstances, future result, and taking a right decision and follow up. That is the perspicacity. Receptivity is having wonderful meaning, even though it is an ordinary word, reception. Receptivity is from the morning to evening, if you understand your life, every moment, from every action, every incident, the nature is teaching us a lesson for our knowledge. Nature is revealing her secrets to us in these incidences and everything. When we are receptive to understand or accept, every day we can get more and more knowledge which is not available in the education institutions and otherwise. In the day-to-day life, we are meeting with many people, many incidences. Every incidence is giving us some lesson. That is the law of nature. If you be receptive, you can learn a lesson. So, through incidences and other people, things, nature is revealing the secret of its own self, and also a good lesson through every action, everything. When we be receptive, we will know more and more, more and more. Every day we can progress. That is receptivity. Adaptability is to understand one another, to get the benefit from everybody, and also for giving help to others. There should be a flexibility. That is adaptability. According to time and place, we have to become one with them without conflict, with tolerance, adjustment and sacrifice. Then become one with them as good friend, and both will have the benefit. This is the adaptability. It may be in language, it may be in other facilities. Then magnanimity. We have come to the world with a return ticket. Here it is called as a round ticket. Even though the date is not given for us to know. If a date is given, we need not go to any astrologer or any prediction and other things, so that the date is not given. Also, the date is flexible to be changed. Therefore, the date is not given. According to our action, this may change. So anyhow, we have come to the world. We are going to go one day. Before that, we have to finish so many things according to our imprints of karmas. For that, we should not waste our time quarreling for small thing and forgetting the very important thing what we have come for. Avoiding all this, keeping in the mind our purpose of the birth, doing everything, action, thought, everything in unison with nature. That is the magnanimity. Otherwise, spending our time in small thing, that is a waste. So magnanimity will not allow for all these small things. So if we follow perspicacity, receptivity, adaptability, magnanimity, what we are getting, every moment of our being will be creative, prosperous, happiness, peace, satisfaction, these all are there. So when we follow these four, we will get we will be a creative person. So all these five will be increasing more and more. Let us develop in these five dimensions and become perfect person in the personality. In the personality there are two sides. One is material, other is spiritual. Material is necessary for survival and enjoyment. Spiritual is necessary to get satisfaction and fulfill the purpose and not to have sinful imprints to suffer from pains and miseries. So for all this, spiritual path is a must. So to develop ourselves in the spiritual path, we have to maintain our health. We have to streamline our mind. We have to understand our providence as well as defects. And then we have to plan our life. Gradually, we have to follow in action. These all are necessary for every human being to get the satisfaction in the life. For that, the spiritual path is a must, inevitable for mankind. Streamline the mind is why we have to get away from unwanted imprints of habits and so on. When you take the imprints, whatever we have done from the birth up to now, we can remember all of them. So very often our actions, imprinted actions, are reflecting as thought. And then we are coming to the action. This is the imprints of present life and the date of birth. We had hereditary imprints which came from parents. Not only from the parents, what the parents got from their parents. If you go on tracing back through the hereditary link, from the first man or woman who started life on the earth, continuously generation to generation, all the imprints are transferred to the progenies. That is the hereditary imprints. When you go back where the man came from, without a seed, man cannot come. So the seed was taken only from the animals. What is the character of animals in the life? Killing, eating the flesh, jeopardizing the freedom of life of other living beings. That is the mode of life of all the living beings up to 5 senses. So all such imprints are taken to mankind through the hereditary link. So mankind from the starting up to now we are seeing in all places these crimes, hating, killing, jeopardizing the freedom of others in one way or other, that is, in one word we can say exploitation. The exploitation is a crime for mankind. For other living being, it is not. It is a natural source. Man is able to manufacture, produce articles and facilities with the natural resources, with giving shape and beauties to natural resources. So mankind need not exploit. Such exploitation should be stopped only when man understands the value of man, purpose of the living of man. So this all we can get through the spiritual practices. In doing the spiritual practice, gathering in one place, many people, we can exchange our experiences. Therefore, easily we can follow the method of living. For this, such congregations, retreat is necessary. Every year we are gathering here to change that imprints. The imprints are in the genetic center that will very often blossom into thought through the brain cells. At once, the body cells are ready to cooperate with them, and then action starts. So that those imprints should be changed, otherwise we will be following the same principles and get the same result. For that, to streamline the mind, disciplining the deed, both are necessary. Only these two actions in practical life, giving a systematic practice to change the mental concept as well as the deeds. It is called yoga, integrated yoga. So, we are bringing the mind from emotional modes, higher frequencies to the subtler, so that whatever we think, whatever we print, that will take effect easily. And also, we are, by doing the exercises and proper food and other following principles, we can change the deeds to the better life. So, this is the purpose of our spiritual practices. Here, you all have joined in this spiritual path. I am very glad to meet all of you. You can learn something from me. I also can learn many things from you, because the opportunity is separate from everybody, for everybody. The same opportunity will not come to all. Those who are having some opportunity will have special experiences. When we come together, we are exchanging all such experiences and get the benefit. So, all of you have come here from all